Hello everyone and welcome back to the BBR-D Season 2, and this week we are into the playoffs. So after last week we ended up being the second seed based on the strength of schedule, because me and the first seed had the same differential and wins and everything. So yeah, so as the BBR rules go, we get to pick our opponents from the seeds 5 to 8, and there was only one opponent in the 5 to 8 that I had not faced in the regular week, so I decided to go with him. So yeah, so this week our opponent is A12 QST and his team is the Arkham City Delibirds. So first let us have a look at the matchup. So A12 has a bit of a weird team. He has two ground types and also a Rillaboom, which is a bit counterproductive. And if you also see his first pick appear seems to be Mimikyu, but actually he had a Darkrai before, which he traded off for Mimikyu and Holucha. So yeah, he has the Mimikyu, the Excadrill, the Soaking Galar, the Rillaboom, Raikou, Andoras, Vaporeon, Zangoose, Wigglytuff, and the Holucha. So first thing is that he has no Psychic types, and his only Psychic resist is Excadrill, which is not the sturdiest mon. And has a Terra Captain Zangoose, and I doubt he brings a Terra Psychic or Terra Dark Zangoose in this game. I doubt Zangoose even comes in this game. So yeah, so Indeedee and Gengar looks very good here. So does Armarouge. So these 3 months alone can break into his whole team. So yeah, so I did make a team around based on those three. So this is the team that I'm gonna be bringing in. So I couldn't fit all three of those mons and have a balanced team. So I decided to leave Armarouge behind. That's mainly because of the speed issue. Gengar and Indeedee are much faster than Armarouge before it like if unless I proc the weak armor. So that's that. I also don't have Valiant this week because yeah, it's not the best into his team, especially since there is a Galarian soaking, which Valiant always have a hard time breaking through. So the first one I have today is the Zapdos. So Zapdos is a more defensive Zapdos. I am outspeeding the Landoras and then put the rest in defense and HP. So this is here mainly for the Holucha, since the SD Holucha, if it can proc it's unburdened, it does a bit on my team. So the only way Holucha can hit Zapdos is the Stone Edge, so that's why I'm also running the Chardyberry. So yeah, there I do have spinners, and his rocking is not gonna be the opportunity is not gonna be the best. So I am like feel fine enough to run Berry Chardyberry instead of the boots. And yeah, so it moves a standard discharge just for stab, hits most of his thing, and heat wave for the ground type, especially the Excadrill. And then I have U-turn for momentum and roost for sustainability. Next up, I have my Samurott. So Samurott is also pretty good against his team because his only resist is the Holucha and the Mimikyu, both of which doesn't want to take a water move. So yeah, so I'm running to bit of bulk on here, so it can take on what is called a focus burst from soaking, since the soaking is probably just gonna be a dark resist berry, and then CC is not gonna knock out, and if he hits the focus burst, then I mean without the bulk I can take a focus burst. So yeah, there's that. So I am running double priority here, Aqua Jet and Sucker Punch. That is mainly because the he has I'm running a lot of speed, and most of his mons are not very good on the physical side. So Aqua Jet, Sucker Punch after Sword Stance is gonna pick a lot of chaos. And also yeah, my main offensive is gonna be Caesar J's. Those spikes are gonna be nice, and he has just Excadrill as a spinner, which is gonna be a Next up, we have Sarina. So Sarina is gonna be our walls for the ground types he has, like the Lando, the Drill, and also the Rillaboom, and maybe a Mimikyu a bit. S- So I am running Helmet and Spin. so I can remove the rocks for the Zapdos, and then I have U-turn for momentum and power whip as my stab, and then I got synthesis just for some recovery. Next one is gonna be the Archaudon. So I was also need something for the Raikou since I crashed my ground type isn't the best and Raikou does get scored, so one prediction and it will get roasted. And besides that, my other like electric resist is the Sarina, which is the due to 2D with the physical attackers. So I decided to go with Archaudon. Float just doesn't work because of soaking. Cause yeah, I also need like a Surge Bomb resist that's not Gengar. So yeah. So I just went with like Assault Vest. Archaudon body press is just gonna do what body press does with stamina. Dragon Pulse and Thunderbolt are my main choice of offensive moves, and Mirror Coat can like surprise the Raikou and get off a KO. So yeah, this is gonna be our main mon to switch into the Raikou and the soaking. And then finally we have our offensive duo, the Indeedee and the Gengar. So we have like specs Indeedee. Like Indeedee just like outspeed most of his team anyway. The only things that are faster is the Raikou, the Holucha, and the Mimikyu. And the Mimikyu might also not come. So I feel like specs expanding force just does a ton to his whole team. He has no resist outside of the drill. And even if the drill is not like very bulky, if he just gets too short. So yeah, this is gonna be our main damage option, and then we have the other one which is the Gengar. So I'm running Modest Scarf with Modest. Like I can't outspeed Holucha and Raikou anyway with Timid, and Modest just lets me not outspeed the Mimikyu, which I doubt is gonna run Scarf anyway. And yeah, so we have Shadow Ball, which hits his whole team outside of the Gengar of like Zangoose and the Wigglytuff, for which I do have the Surge Wave, and Thunderbolt is just in case I need something for hit strong the Vaporeon if that comes, and we have Destiny Bond if we need to get like a 1v1 against something. So Indeedee also helps here with the terrain since I won't be able to be picked off by Shadow Sneak from Mimikyu. So yeah, so Indeedee and Gengar should be able to do a good turn against his team. So yeah, that's gonna be the team I'm be running this week. Now let's jump into the battle. Okay, so we have connected with A12 QHT. So let's see what he brings. So he bring the Ando, the Groking, the Holucha, the Raikou, the Excadrill, and the Mimikyu. So he didn't bring the Rillaboom, which is fine, I guess, and the Vaporeon. That's the only reason I didn't bring the Armarouge too, cause like Indeedee and Gengar can break through Vaporeon much better than the Armarouge. But yeah, so I will just read with Indeedee cause why not? He's probably reading with Raikou or something, or Yolando for a U-turn, and Indeedee should be able to take a both switch and U-turn, I think, and expanding force should start doing some good damage to some of his mons. So yeah, late game Gengar looks pretty good. If I can like set a terrain and get Gengar in, then Mimikyu can't revenge me. And if everything is on range, Shadow Ball should be able to pick off most of his mons. Yeah, also as Samurott is also pretty good. If I can get the drill off fast, then the spike size gonna stay up. So yeah. Okay, yeah, he does it with the Raikou, and I'm gonna be reading with DD. So this might be specs, can be assault vest, can be sub combined, but I do take a spec seed, so I'm just gonna go for the expanding force. Yeah, that does look at specs damage. So yeah, I have to play around the Raikou a bit. But yeah, so the question is, what are you gonna Probably gonna be a sack, whatever he brings in. Even if it's like a very bulky looking shot, two shot, unless it's like max speed assault vest or something. Okay, so Excalibur comes in. Smooth breaker here. Standing force. Yeah, that does like a solid 70%. So yeah, this should go. It might be scarfed, but I don't think he has a reason to run scarf drill in this matchup. So I am gonna risk. Okay, yeah, he's not scarfed. So yeah, drill goes down. So that now means that does mean if I can get Samurott in, all of those spikes are gonna be here to stay, and that would be important for keeping this Raikou down. Cause what I am seeing is just gonna try and wither my team down with the Raikou. Yeah, Raikou comes out again. So yeah, I don't want to sack this mon, so yeah, I'm gonna go to Archaeudon. Goes for another war switch. It doesn't do a lot. Do get a stamina boost. But what does it bring is the question. Okay, the soaking comes in. So this switching for this one is Dark Chaudon, but I don't have a good way to hit it. So I guess I'm just gonna click Dragon Pulse and see what it does. Most of the time it does just chill out. But do to find what it does, a focus burst shouldn't do a lot. And get another stamina boost. I probably should have just gone for the mirror coat. But now he's probably GG out anyway, so I'm just gonna go for another Dragon Pulse. Yeah, it does GG out. So I'm assuming the Lando or the Holucha comes out now. Okay, he just goes back into the Raikou. The weirdness disappears. So I'm assuming he goes for a focus blur, vote switch again. Or does he have a Aura Sphere? I think Aura Sphere does around like 40%. And I should still be able to take one, I think. Thing is, I can switch in Sarina, but I don't know if it's running Weather Ball. So I think, yeah, I'm just gonna click Mirror Coat. Okay, he just goes for the vote switch again. So something is gonna take a bit of a Mirror Coat tube, but it did like nothing. So yeah, Soaking comes back again. Not gonna do a whole lot. Yeah. I do have to switch out now, I think. Zapdos, Gengar, what's gonna go? It's probably just gonna chill out. So yeah, Gengar does give me a faster option if you just go for a focus burst. He goes for Slack Off. So it has Slack Off as a move. So it's either not running Psychic or Poison attack. So it doesn't run Psychic, then it can touch the Gengar. And if it's not running a Poison move, then it can touch. Not touch is not a big threat to the Sarina or the Zapdos. So that would be good to know. About he stays in because Shadow Ball should KO if I am spexed. And he doesn't have a resist, so he might think I am spexed. Yeah, he does switch out. Question is, what does he go into and do? That does like nothing. I'm assuming this is wasted. But yeah, my switch into this is always the Sarina to give the helmet chip. I shouldn't be taking a lot. I just go just a U-turn. Does a decent chunk, but helmet does put it in 50%. So this thing is not a switch into Gengar anymore. Soaking comes out. So I still don't know if it is poison move or psychic move. So I guess I'm gonna, yeah, I probably just scout out if it is poison move. I will know by now, and Sarina is probably a bit expendable since Excadrill is gone and Rando is a bit low. Well, he does just go for a cherry reception again. So I'm assuming either the Horucha or the Raikou comes back out again. Where's the Raikou? So the question is, Raikou can definitely have Weather Ball, but I think I do leave one. Yeah, I do leave one, so I will just go for the U-turn, assuming you go for the Rose. Yeah, that is definitely a specs. Like, oh, wait, it was critical hit. Yeah, that did a bit too much. So he comes back in. So I think that is the perfect position to get in my Samurott. And get in some CCs, edges, get some spikes down so the Raikou gets cheat. So yeah, I am not gonna think twice. I'm just gonna go for a CC's edge and hope I hit. Yeah, it is the Corberberry. Yeah, this is probably a very physically defensive one. To get my spikes off, it does go for the focus burst. I should live with the park I have. Yeah, I do it, but barely, but yeah. So, I mean, yeah, there's no point in going for Soul Stance or anything. The CC's is gonna pick it off or whatever comes in, and we'll get another layer of spikes. Okay, so it goes into Rambo. It doesn't matter a lot. Yes, it just does a turn, get another layer of spikes, and now I should be able to pick it off with Aqua Jet. So Rando is down. That does make Sarina again more expendable against the Raikou. I probably need the Sarina for the Raikou since Archaudon is very down. Okay, so now the Horucha does come out, so I have to go to Zapdos. Goes for the Soul Stance, that's fine. And the Chardy Berry Stone Edge shouldn't kill me even if it crits. Yeah, it does have the Stone Edge. Yep, and this should definitely kill. Okay, so Haucha goes down as well, so that means, yeah. So if down Raikou is gonna be the only problem now, but after 1 or 2 years of Spike, Gengar should be able to pick it up with a Shadow Ball. So I don't want to sack Zapdos yet since it can handle the Mimikyu. I guess I do have my Archaudon left. Goes for the Thunderbolt. Yeah. Well, I should. Yeah. I don't have enough to take two, but that's fine. We don't work. Done his job. So now, I guess I go to Sarina since he has to quick Thunderbolt. I'm just gonna synthesis up. You can switch, he can with Thunderbolt again. That's fine. So I just go for another Thunderbolt. I'm gonna synthesis up. So now I don't think he's gonna stay in anymore. So yeah, I'm just gonna U-turn out. Yeah, he switches out. If it didn't switch out, it would have been fine. I would have to go to Gengar and click Shadow Balls. But yeah, so King comes out. Can we turn out? So now I do have a bunch of options. I can go to Samurott. I can go to... Yeah, but Samurott is the best probably. I don't want to get Terrain up before Samurott, then I won't be able to use my priority moves. So yeah, Scissors Edge and the third layer of Spike should be good enough. Okay, it doesn't sack this thing yet. It goes to Mimikyu. So to break the disguise, that means it is in Shadow Ball range. Get my spikes off. So what am I gonna do is I think I'm gonna sack in DD so I can get in Gengar. Yeah, I can get in Gengar now. After I sacked and he can Shadow Sneak me. Raptor skill. Now I can go into Gengar. Yeah, and just click Shadow Ball. I don't know if the Raikou is in range yet, but if it's down, I can pick it off with a priority move. Shadow Ball. Get rid of Mimikyu. Raikou should come out now. Yeah, the Raikou does come out. Takes a bunch of spikes. I don't think if it's at range yet. But yeah, Shadow Ball should at least put it in priority range. And the only thing that kills me is the Thunderbolt, so I can just go into Sarina after this. Yeah, doesn't. We got the kill. Thunderbolt should kill me if it's fixed. Yeah, it does. Now I can go into Sarina. So he can't switch out anymore due to the spikes. So I just have to U-turn out. Into my Samurott and kill the King with the Scissors. So yeah, you take the Thunderbolt pretty well. U-turn kills Raikou. And now Samurott should be able to pick off the King with the CCS Edge. Soaking comes out. So the only thing now is I hope I don't miss. There have been a lot of inaccurate moves in this game, and like we didn't have a single miss. So yeah, hopefully this one doesn't as well. We do hit CSS and yeah, soaking goes down. Okay, so that's gonna be game. We do get a 3-0 victory. That does take us to the semifinals next week. So yeah, that's gonna be all for this week. Bye.